All new episodes of Game Graveyard. Weekdays on RatedEm.
Doritos has largely been associated with video games since the 2000s. They've always been marketed to be bundled with Mountain Dew for the quote-unquote ultimate gaming snack combo, but Doritos has also done a lot of stuff with video games by themselves, like including double XP codes for Call of Duty printed inside the bags. However, one thing that people might not know is that the Doritos brand has actually produced a lot of video games on their own, through a company titled Snackstrong Productions. The weird thing is, you can't really tell that these games are funded by Doritos at the first glance. They usually have the word Doritos in the title of their respective game, but a lot of these games actually hold up as somewhat competent video games, as opposed to something like Sneak King, which is very in-your-face about what it's trying to advertise. Today we're taking a look at these Doritos-funded games and seeing what they're all about. The first one I want to discuss is one that I remember vividly, and that's the Doritos Crash Course games. There were two of these games released, Doritos Crash Course and then Doritos Crash Course 2, and they were both released on the Xbox 360 on December 8th, 2010 and May 8th, 2013, respectively. I only played the first one as a kid, and from my knowledge, these two games are relatively similar, so I'm just going to discuss the first game. Doritos Crash Course is a platformer where you're tasked with completing an obstacle course as fast as possible. Obstacles include swinging hammers, falling floors, rope swinging sections, and plenty more. It's very akin to Wipeout or American Ninja Warrior, just a lot more cartoony. These games, along with one other that we'll cover, are the result of the Unlock Xbox Sweepstakes competition, where consumers could submit their ideas for a video game and Doritos would pick the most popular submissions to develop. Of this competition, there were two winners and then one honorary winner that we'll also discuss later in this video. This game utilizes the Xbox 360 avatars as playable characters, which I always thought was really cool. There were a lot of games on the Xbox 360 that utilized these guys, and I always thought it was really special whenever I saw a game use them, because it acted more than just something my friends saw when they viewed my profile. I put some thought into what my avatar looked like, because in games like this, or in the numerous indie games on the Xbox 360 marketplace, you would see your avatar. As I mentioned earlier, you control your character through an obstacle course and have to get to the end as fast as possible. The game's physics actually feel really good. It feels like you have a lot of control over the more precise movements that your character makes, and you can carry a really speedy momentum that feels very rewarding once you sort of get into a flow state. You feel just like a speedrunner who knows this game like the back of their hand. And there's barely any marketing within the game. It's not like the Doritos logo is plastered across every texture. It actually holds up as a somewhat competent game on its own. I think the marketing strategy here was along the lines of like, oh, Doritos made this game? I didn't know they were chill like that. And then that would push people to buy the product. All in all, it's a really solid, fun time, and it's actually still available for free on the Xbox store. So if you got a Series X or a Series S, you can actually go and play this one without spending a dime. The next one is the first place winner of the Unlock Xbox Sweepstakes, right in front of Crash Course. This is Dash of Destruction, and I had actually not heard of this game until making this video. Dash of Destruction was an idea submitted by Mike Borland, whose name and likeness actually appear consistently throughout the game. The concept of the game is that there's a delivery truck driving around town dropping off bags of Doritos to various locations, and then there's a dinosaur chasing it trying to get its hands on those sweet tortilla chips. This game has two campaigns, one where you control the delivery truck driving around town collecting Doritos and then dropping them off at various spots, and then there's the T-Rex's campaign, which involves you causing as much destruction as possible and eating various delivery trucks driving around town before they can make their deliveries. As you progress through the game, you'll receive upgrades that make life a little easier for you. Again, I had not heard of this game before researching this video, but it's a really cute and fun idea. The marketing is a bit more obvious with this one, but even then, it seems kind of comical and very much not the point, I guess. I keep bringing it up because it's the only other food-themed adverware console game I can think of, but Sneak King kind of like puts Burger King on a pedestal. Like when you successfully surprise someone with food, it's framed in a way of like, oh my god, my life just got so much better because I got surprised with a Burger King meal. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. But this game sort of just features Doritos, and it even kind of recognizes the awkward placement of Doritos in this game in the dinosaur campaign. Quote, tonight we're going to be following a typical T-Rex as he chases around a Doritos truck, because he likes to eat Doritos. Just like all dinosaurs do, really. It doesn't take itself too seriously with its product placement, and I can't really get mad at that. The last of the Xbox games that we'll cover is Harm's Way, and this is the game that lost the sweepstakes. However, there was a lot of positive outcry from fans who wanted to see this game, and it ended up being an honorary winner and eventually was made into a game. In Harm's Way, 4 players are the drivers of various cars who must finish a 3-lap race. Another player is the shooter and has to destroy the vehicles. I hadn't played this one prior to this video, but luckily it was still on the Xbox store, so I downloaded it and gave it a shot, no pun intended. And I'll be honest, I was expecting some simplistic top-down game that really showed its development shortcuts, but Harm's Way seems like a very competently made game. Sure, both driving and shooting don't control the best, but it's not graphically terrible, and it feels somewhat polished with its animations and gameplay features. Again, this one also pretty much has zero Doritos marketing within the game itself. It's a relatively standalone, competent video game that I could see being sold at GameStop.
Need a new form of entertainment in your life? Join the thousands of others who have considered subscribing. Side effects may include joy, laughter, and newfound knowledge about video games. Talk to your doctor about if subscribing is right for you.
You're watching Rated M.
So the Unlock Xbox sweepstakes was not the only time Doritos developed video games. There are 2 Facebook integrated Flash games that existed for a time to promote Doritos, and they're very similar, but I'll discuss both of them anyways. 2 games, Hotel 626 and its sequel Asylum 626, were released during the Halloween seasons of 2008 and 2009 respectively. Both games were developed with the intent of promoting quote-unquote dead flavors being brought back, those being Black Pepper Jack and Smoke and Jack Cheddar Barbecue. These point-and-click games would be only playable from 6 p.m. until 6 a.m., so you had to play them at night, adding to the horror feel. Or you could just change the clock on your PC and play them at 2 in the afternoon if you felt like it. These games were integrated through Facebook and would reference real-life people you had added on Facebook in the games. For example, there'd be a choice to kill your friend that you've known since 6th grade, John, or your current girlfriend, Stephanie, or whatever. The choices that you made would actually be posted on your Facebook page, so if you did choose John over Stephanie, it would put you on blast publicly and you'd have to talk to your girlfriend about why you killed her in the Facebook Doritos game next time you see her. Now, unfortunately, these games are defunct and you can't access them anymore even with the Wayback Machine. There's no real way to emulate them because of the Facebook integration, and you can pretty much only experience them through Let's Plays online. So there you have it, a recollection of the various Doritos licensed games. You know what's actually funny is I've had this video idea since that Alice video like a few years back, and now here I am talking about it. Just a little fun factoid for you. If you want to see more videos like this where I discuss more niche topics about the gaming world, feel free to subscribe and leave a like to get them in your recommended feed more often.